Mamelodi Sundowns again win their midweek match against Richards Bay, meaning it's possible there's going to be another league title won. They're going to defend it successfully. It's going to be eight titles in a row. Sorry, and on the other side, Orlando Pirates lose against Sekhukhune 1-0. It's very crashing, it's very sad, but it's possible that that game may have been the title decider. But we don't know. There's still a couple of matches left. There's still games in hand that Pirates have. We don't know. There may be trouble in paradise where they might also lose their Champions League spot. Welcome back. This is Umishini once again. Welcome back to the Disky Pod. We're going to be covering the Soweto Derby. There's going to be 2 weeks of football where Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates are going to be playing against each other. It's a league game, and also is a Nedbank, which they're going to be playing at Moses Mabhida. Both matches, funny enough, Kaizer Chiefs going to be the home team. Look, I'm going to start with Pirates because they are more recent. So Pirates was playing a Sekhukhune game, or they're playing against Sekhukhune, which I did mention. If you can watch the games or the video before this one, I mentioned and I said that, look, disadvantage for Orlando Pirates at this point is depth for me. I think that January transfer window where they didn't sign players, it's coming to haunt them now because they are rotating in terms of they're lacking in some areas that they need, which is where now the coach himself, Shem, has been developing. Is coming with Unkota, no, a young Bogas in Anan. But if they had signed, because now they've lost to Cezanne, they've lost Unda to injury, they haven't signed anyone. They've released players. They've released like Umteto, who's gone now to Amazon. So I'm thinking they're regretting their decisions of having to not have enough players to choose from, and they can replace those very important positions at a time where they really need to hit key. Another thing that I also noticed that was very vital, the fact that when they're playing the semi-final, the first and the second leg, Kaizer Chiefs, Sekhukhune were watching. Sekhukhune has a very experienced coach in Eric Tinkler and Nabi for Kaizer Chiefs, which has a full technical team behind him. They have got analysts who can really, really dissect and understand where they can hurt Pirates. And we saw set pieces, crosses. I even said myself, I mean, Sipho Shahini, why do you come out of your 6 yards if you are not going to get the ball? I don't get it. And I even said that they could have gone for Butelis in this game for me. They could have rested him, couldn't give Butelis a start, and I think he would have dealt with those kind of balls a bit more better. Nothing against Ushayini, but for this game, I think Rivero got it wrong. They got this game wrong. They played well. They're dominating, created most chances, and as well, I don't know if, and I said this, from both Chiefs and Pirates, when they play a midweek game before a derby, always happens. This is always the case, and I don't know if it's about having to have a conversation about excellence and having the fact that you are a professional. Each and every game is important, especially where Pirates is sitting, where they have an opportunity to actually challenge Sundowns for the league. But I don't know, this time around, I would think, if I had to call it, this was a title decider for me. This game decided everything because they are playing against a good side. It's a time where they really need to show us that they can actually show up there when they have to, get the result, and make it difficult for Sundowns. And I did say in my previous video, Sundowns, yes, they have an easier fixture, but still, man, you gotta win your games. Gotta win your games. Chiefs, on the other hand, okay, before we talk about Chiefs, I want to look at the players that are more. What does Pirates have at the moment? So Pirates, SBC again got a red card, meaning defensively they don't look solid. It's going to be a problem for them because the person that they have as an experienced defender, Xoki. Thapelo Xoki is the only one. So I'm thinking if I were to guess, you're going to have that pairing, Yaka Xoki, no Mugazi. Then you have either uzocabanga ukuthi afake uMarco, or we're going to have a young Uot again as a left wing back. I'm not too sure if that's going to work. So it's going to be a 3-5-2 for me kind of shape. As you saw, he rested Umakaula Umbata also was rested, and Utito came in second half. So there was a makeshift. So you can try to tell that they are actually managing the game for the derby. So I don't know if that sets the tone that they really are serious about winning that game. Another one on the right, probably Zosebenzi Sifandron as a right wing back. Then obviously we have Unkowat and Umfukeng. Key point now is where the goal is going to come from. Do we still stick with this Mahopa issue? Do we use Mabasa for his quality? Change your game model and hope Mabasa can maybe cook something, then give them the result. Because as much as we've been protecting Umahopa at times, Nai himself, when he's isolated, I've said this, when he's isolated, when the game dictates for you to be able to take responsibility, as much as you are a striker that helps the team to defend, you've got to be able to cook for yourself and actually create space, give them the goal, or even take the chances that are given to you. So Umahopa is not the kind of striker. So if Chiefs are smart and if Chiefs are able to hurt them, I think it would be because of speed, and also maybe capitalize on those set pieces. On the other side, looking at things, Kaizer Chiefs themselves are not really that perfect because against Marumo Gallants, again, it's a fixture or against a side that they could have actually beaten easily 2-0. But as you saw, certain players were rested. We'll start with the back. I think Pavuma is going to come in. I don't know if Peterson is ready or Runtuari. But now, what's interesting for me is which pairing are they going to use? We know that, okay, Nabi has chosen to rest Mikel, which I'm thinking he's resting him for the two derbies. Remember, what's interesting or what we can be able to note here is Pirates and Chiefs are going to play each other in less than a week. So it's going to be Saturday 3rd, Saturday the 10th. So whoever you're going to use, whatever result you get, especially this is Saturday, you have to be careful not to reveal too much of your cards for the final itself. So it's going to be about a juggler. Do I win both? Do I sacrifice? However, do I put everything, all my eggs in one basket for this particular one? But anyways, okay. I'm thinking maybe Cross was an experiment. Maybe he wants to use Bradley Cross as a left central back, pairing him with Miguel with good experience. For me, Nabi, please, Faga Ukwenika is the only person that we have. Or use Blom as a right back. Maybe that's why he wasn't played. Then uzosebenzisa Umashiane again as a left back or left wing back himself, because he can be able to move up and down very comfortably. We saw against Marumo Gallants, didn't have much trouble. He was only careless, and the decision making was very wrong when he actually had to release the ball when he should, and when he was coming in, he was making very a bad decision. I don't know if it's game rust or maybe Yena himself, he didn't have a plan of how to move forward. So in the middle, Castillo gave a chance. Finally, he's back. So I'm thinking, Mart Castillo Cele, that's going to be his headache there. Who does he use? Mteto as well. I can put him in the mix. Then number 10 as well. We have Ungobo no Shabalala. Shabalala doesn't look the same since that Shabalala we saw in the first half of the season. So now, in these last few matches, it's been dipping. So Ungobo may get the nod for me. Then I'm thinking you can use Lilepo back onto right. Oh, sorry. Sereno is back. Sereno's back. Okay. Then you have Umodi because they were both suspended. That's what I forgot. They're both suspended. Then maybe as a striker, use Utuba again. I think for me, that would be the best lineup. If Chiefs wants to use, please, Nabi, watch this show. Watch this show. And again, guys, I forgot. Umishini on the Disc Pod. Please don't forget to like, subscribe if you've made it so far to the video. So those are the dynamics from both sides, and that's what you can find. That's the lineup I'm thinking both clubs are thinking about very carefully. But Pirates here may lose it because of the fact that Chiefs have wiped Pirates twice, and against Kukune, they've had enough time to study them and to see where they can, in terms of subs changes that they might make. And unless Chiefs doesn't take their chances or create enough to really put a dent in Pirates and actually them forgetting about the league. So there's a lot to play for. Chiefs is playing for that top 8 spot, and they're hoping they can hold on to it. And with the last few games that are left, and also maybe it will set the tone for a final. That's all I have. That's all you can be able to look out for. Tell me what you think. Thank you so much for the guys, the feedback, the small communities that we've created, the guys who keep on actually correcting me. I think there's a guy from a Sundowns fan who told me, "Hey, Ntanga, Mamela like Pirates and Sundowns, seyidlalile second round." So kuyacetshengisa ukuthi awulibukele ngathi man, look, thank you if you're watching. Shout out to you, my guys. All love, siyakhulisana, and we grow each other. Tell me what you think. Are you excited about the Soweto derby? Does it still have the same hype? Because this fixture is not only about this fixture, also it's about the Nedbank final, which you're still going to also cover as well. So that's all I have. Let's see what happens. I'm very excited about it, and we'll have more. That's all I have for you for this video. Keep on watching the channel and stay tuned. This is your boy Umshini signing out.